Hey everybody. So I'm in here and I started work on this painting because I have this Zoom call that went on and it's still going on. So I'm just gonna tell you what I did was I just had a plain white panel and I went over with the dark green black that I like to make. It's Prussian blue and a little bit of cadmium yellow green, yellow light, and I add a little bit of Prussian blue, and I just kind of indicated light, darks, and middle, and then I went and I did some very thinned out magenta for the flowers. So this is 3 peonies. So I'm going to go back because I basically have a thin layer of liquid and a thin layer of color on top. And this is some magenta, which is very, very transparent. So I'm just going to take that magenta and block out these flowers. And that will be warmer. I'm going to warm that up. But I really like working with these buds when they're closed and round. They're really fun. And so let's see. Hopefully you can see. You can see. Hi Susan. Sorry for the late start. I had Zoom meeting that's actually still going on. Can you see these flowers a little bit? I can see the flowers a little bit better. So you can see the palette a bit too. Okay, so there's the peony, and I wanted to go back and restate a little bit of. I got some phthalo turquoise. It's just still very blue. Actually that yellow green is a bit bright. I'm gonna take some cadmium yellow light, which is still too bright. I'm gonna add some red to it and take that down a bit. This is a little bit more yellow to do these later parts. I need some titanium white over here to cool this one off. I could edit out some of these leaves. I might, I don't know. So, actually I want a darker version. I'm going to add some French ultramarine blue to come down and just indicate stems. Although I'm going to actually blue those up a little bit more. I'm going to add some cobalt blue. Clean out the brush. Okay, so I'm going to go back and put in a background color, another level of background color. So this is leftover from yesterday actually. This is titanium white plus Payne's Gray Violet. I'm going back and I'm kind of restating my edges. And so I'm coming back down and I'm taking that same version of the background color, that I'm just adding some titanium white to it to do the water, the you can see through the glass into the wall, but it's lighter because there's light coming through there and it's transparent up here. So that's what that is. Let's see. I wanna make the water a little bit purple, so I'm using French ultramarine blue, which winds up turning it a bit purple. Kind of putting that in. And there's a reflection of red from the peonies that comes down here, so I'm going to put that in. So that's what's going on there. Let's see, coming back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and restate this magenta on the peonies. Let me throw this way. I'm actually adding some alizarin crimson into that magenta. There we go. And I'm using this so it'll be more transparent, because under with the white panel under, if I pull a certain way, it kind of lightens up a little bit. So that's that wayward petal. I should take
need your power tool.
Oh, I can't do it right now. A little bit later. I'll come down around 5:15. Thank you, sweetie. Sorry, I kind of ran off there with, oh, what was that? That was cadmium red medium. Well, I want that to be a red or two. So this is where the light's hitting that bulb there. I'm going to add, what was that color? Well, that was alizarin crimson and magenta plus too much white, and that's why I got that. And so now I'm going back and trying to warm that up by adding a little bit more alizarin crimson and a little bit of cadmium red medium. And I'm going to add a little bit of magenta to that color and see if I can reach this in between. Okay, so now I see what I'm missing here is I'm missing it. There should be a dark side because to create a rounded form it needs to have a light side, a medium, and a dark side. Actually, this is the light side here. And this is a little bit darker. I clean that brush. That might not be bright enough. Or maybe this needs to be richer. Let's go back with the alizarin crimson plus white. That's probably better. I'm going to take magenta plus a touch of titanium white. Yeah, it needs to be warmer, so I'll have to go back over that. But while I'm there, I'm going to take cadmium red light. That's a bit red, but you know what? Well, I'll see after the release. Actually, this needs to be. I want this. Let's see if I mix magenta plus alizarin crimson and kind of put on with this blade. I'm trying to find just the right way to put enough on and yet get a transparent color. Let me try thinning that out. Okay, so this is magenta, a little thinned out. Going back with the paddle. And I'm going to go back in. So this has a dark, or shadowed edge, shall we say. Not dark edge, shadowed edge. But I kind of lost that highlight. Okay, so let's see. What do we need to do? I'll take quinacridone red plus magenta. Let's see if I can reach some of these really a little bit reddish points there. let's see. Maybe this could be a little bit darker. Let me take magenta plus I'm going to use cobalt blue. And then feels like up here needs to be redder than that. So I added alizarin crimson to that. And I didn't put any color on. That's actually me using the brush to kind of take some off. Okay, I'm gonna go, since I have a little bit of red on my brush, I'll take some of that purple. There's actually some reddish purple in these stems. And there's some veining up there too, which is very pretty. I take okay, so now I'm gonna go back, do some more on the leaves, and go back on the background again in the foreground and the glass, and see where I am. Let's see. Kind of working with two brushes today, I guess. Let's see. So another level of leaf color. I think I want to go back to the other turquoise, and I'm going to add a touch of titanium white because it cools it off into this aqua kind of color. And I'm just kind of, I think that'll be nice without overdoing it. Oops, that was too bright. I caught some, I caught a brighter color off of my palette when I did that. So I went back with a little bit of French ultramarine on the base around the wrapping of casing, wrapping around the bulb. The bud. Sorry. And I took my dark green black mix, and I kind of decided to add some titanium white. That maybe could be darker, so I have a feeling that adding some Prussian blue in there. Okay, so now I'm going to clean out the brush and go back and do the background. I might need to do some light, like restate these lightest lights on the leaves. I also painted out some of the joining here. I don't know if I need it or not. Maybe. I'll try it. I didn't want it to get too busy. It started off being really busy, and I have a lot of leaves on the scene. I kind of decided that I didn't want to do everything. It'd be too distracting. So I'm taking advantage by editing out some of that stuff. Okay, cleaning out the brush. Hello, Nora. Let's see. Hey, Steve. Hey, Cedar. You love titanium white. That's so funny. Hi, Carol. Hi, Linda. Sorry, I had a Zoom call that was scheduled at 2, and then it just kept going. It's still not even finished. So I'm just decided to jump in and Then I gotta finish this before dinner time, before feeding people at 5:15. So, but anyway, so, okay, the plan was I restated the leaves a little bit. I don't know if I want anything darker on there. I might not. Maybe I will. Here. I'm going to try this dark violet that I mixed up with French ultramarine, and I'll add some Prussian blue in it. Maybe I'll miss some of these really dark under parts. So let me throw those in. I can always take them out, but maybe that helped. Let's see. Okay, going back to the background. Okay, let me mix up some color. Okay, so more titanium white for cedar. And I've got a little bit of, what is this color? Payne's Gray Violet. Payne's Gray Violet. And I have to decide, because I used this mix plus, I think, Prussian blue for the background. And this mix is brighter. I kind of like it though, so. But I want to be more generous, so let me get some more white in there. Oops. Pulled up some red. All right, cleaning that out. Actually, I would like to take, this is magenta. Just feel like it'd be really nice to have a little bit of that color out there. I'm gonna reshape, but I kind of wanted to have like a halo, shall we say, of that color. I know, looks crazy. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm gonna load up my brush. This isn't a terribly big brush, but for some reason I'm only using 2 brushes today, and okay, coming back this way. And in this layer, because this is basically the third pass, the third layer, I'm going to come back and do some of these pops of bright lemony green around the buds. Let's see. Just lumbering up this brush. I don't generally like to use solvent too much with my paint, but this paint is really thick because it's been sitting out on my palette for a couple of days. Coming back over here, taking opportunity to do a little bit of reshape. And it was one of my goals before I started this painting to kind of lose the glass a little bit in the background, so that's what I'm kind of cutting into. Okay. So it turns out that because I lightened the background, now it's very similar to what's going on in the glass. So I'm going to change the glass, the color, these tones inside the glass. You know, I'm just going to be fun and add this quinacridone pink because I can. So I added some more down here. I guess I'm going to kind of leave that. And I'm going to take, I didn't even clean the brush, I just took some French ultramarine blue and a little bit more titanium white down there for what I see down in that corner of the vase. I'm gonna quick wipe out that brush. Because I really like, there's this reflection of the peony down there, so I'm going to chase after that a little bit. And take a little bit of cadmium red light into the background mix, because I want it to be subdued as much as I like that red. I just kind of put that in. And there's actually a little hint of it here. Okay, I'm going to pick a color for the tabletop. I guess I'll go back to white, whitish. Similar to what is in reality. Let's see, I need some more white, so I'm just trying to find that. Here we go. Okay, more white. Okay, this is just titanium white again. It's my white of choice. Okay. Sure. All right, so this is titanium white. I'm gonna warm that up with some cadmium yellow orange. That's a bit warm. That's a bit warm, huh? Oh. This is, I just took it out so I can get up to the edge. Hold on. Oops. Sorry. Is he okay? And I'm just trying to get a thick application on there, but I guess the paint is a bit thick. like that color. I know I have to address over here, but I don't want it to be the same bright everywhere because it really is more in shadow. The vase actually blocks and diffuses that light. So I'm going to add, what am I going to add? I'm going to take this violet I mixed, which was French ultramarine blue plus magenta, into that last. All right, let's see. What do we need? That's kind of a dull color for me. It's pretty accurate to what's there, but maybe I'll cheer myself up by doing this to it. If I take some French ultramarine blue plus titanium white, and I want to see about using this to indicate this shadow back down by. I like that color. I'm actually going to pull some of that down here. And I see that I have narrowed the vase from the beginning, so I'm going to do that. And what else do I want? White plus cadmium yellow orange plus some quinacridone pink. I decided to bump up that under, curve of the bottom of the vase. And let's see, this was the previously, whoops. I gotta make sure I don't have the contrasting colors. And all right, I promised I was gonna go back and I'm gonna address some of these edges. So I took that titanium white plus cadmium yellow orange, and I'm mixing into that. Wait, I got this color with phthalo turquoise plus a little bit of this really bright cadmium green. It's like this Italian, very, very bright green, plus a little bit of cadmium yellow light. Okay, so now I'm gonna, hopefully this will be light enough. It's light enough, but it's really kind of minty green. I want it to be more yellow. So I'm adding more cad yellow light in there. That's pretty bright. It's not the same there. There it turns a little more orange as it goes down. So this is that color plus a little bit of orange for that edge. I want a little bit whiter version of that but you see how that really brought that up. And actually I need a yellower version. Let's come in here. That's actually too minty. I need to reduce that. I need to warm that up. It can look great on the palette, and then, you know, you don't know until you get it on there. Except for my friend Linda, who has all her colors pre-mixed on sticks. Hi, Janine. Linda has all her colors already pre-mixed on stick swatches, so she knows what color she's getting. I kind of let the painting tell me a little bit. So I took some cadmium yellow orange and I'm just swiping it on there to bring that up. So you can see, you know, that these shapes really start to pop once I, you know, clarify my edges of what's where and, you know, bring the values up. I need a bluer version for the shadowed side, so I'm taking some French ultramarine into that minty mix. I say that affectionately. Or over there. I really like these relationships. Those are working for me. Taking some of that cadmium yellow. This brush needs a cleaning. Cadmium yellow light plus titanium white plus background color. I like, now I am seeing there's this nice negative space gap here. That would be kind of nice to put in. Let's see, do I want to do anything more with the vase? Maybe this dark edge. I'm going to take Prussian blue and just kind of skim that here. I feel like violet might help there, so I'm taking magenta plus French ultramarine. For that corner. And maybe I'll take that French ultramarine plus magenta plus some of the background color here. I like to play in the glass a lot. And usually I like to have the water hit by the light. I couldn't position this light with where that pole is that the light is attached to, so but at least I got the light on the flower buds. It's funny the problems that come up. You're really like, can't find a solution for this? Well, yeah, I probably could if I worked on it a little bit longer. And this color is still not having the impact that I was hoping. It looks better wiped out, but I'll try again. I'm going to try cobalt blue plus magenta. Part of the problem I'm having is that it's kind of smearing. It's not even. If it was even, it would be a little bit more potent. So I'll take the brush into that. Okay, that's more potent. Whether that helps or not, probably not. So let's go do. I got a little bit of titanium white. I'm looking to find a color that fits that. Oh, I guess I took my quinacridone pink with titanium white. Maybe that was too much. You know, it's a back and forth. Yeah, I like that color. What I don't like is like I took out the dark green back there. So either I need to alter that some more, or I need to add something back in because I missed it. Like, I like that. Okay. What else do we need? I felt like I needed that connection. Oh, right, that comes down here. That's what I needed. This connection. This leaf I kind of let go. It's okay. It doesn't really read like a leaf. It's a nice color though. So if I take cadmium yellow orange plus phthalo turquoise, I don't know if I care about that so much. I'm going to wipe it out. Yeah. I like that better, that the turquoise came back up. Okay. And then I see that I need a color for here, the underside of this. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with what I have. I just want to take another pass around here and see about anything that I missed there. And actually, I could be a little bit more generous in application with, I feel like this could use thicker paint. Yeah, that was a good idea. And even down here with the titanium white and cadmium yellow orange. And I'm going to take a little bit of that color into here, into this wall. See how that kind of connects and brightens up. And I guess I want to brighten up also. I'm going to take some of that. Plus, I still think feel like I need a little bit of cadmium red light. Plus quinacridone, I added quinacridone pink. I want to brighten this up a little bit more. Actually, but the color, it doesn't work when it's streaky. Actually, I'm going to save my brush. Okay, I'm going to go back to the paddle. I do have other brushes. I don't know what's going on with me. I do have other brushes. Everyone's hiding today. All right, fine. Cadmium red light. Quinacridone pink. That's really milky. I have too much titanium white in that mix. It's a bit bright, but I'm happier with that, so it stays. All right, I'm going back to just reevaluating. Okay, if I clean my palette, I can actually mix some fresh color. That's fun, right? Watching me clean my palette? Yeah. But I can't get a pure color unless I have a clean surface. Anybody have any questions? Hey Priscilla. Hi Susan. Welcome. Oh, it looks better after not looking at it for a couple minutes. Okay, I feel like I'm almost done. I'm just gonna look to see if I can bump up a little bit of color there and a little bit of color there, and then that's it. So at 5:15, I gotta go do family stuff. So hopefully it's not 5:15 yet. Although it might be. Okay, so I want a nice, I got some alizarin crimson, got some magenta, and I'm gonna find my liquid somewhere. Here we go. I'm gonna use a touch of liquid only because it's very transparent, and if I just want like a real transparent, touch, then that's why I'm doing that. If I use too much solvent, it'll wind up being it'll disperse the pigment too much. I'm adding a little bit of cadmium red medium to that mix because I want to try to hit that redder section there. What else do we need? I do a touch of quinacridone pink. That was a big touch. I'm trying to reach, see if I can get somewhere close to that bright. Nope, can't. Try it with the paddle. Because if I add too much white, it'll just cool it off and flatten it. So I gotta go in with something warmer. And that was more quinacridone pink, which I'm using instead of white to lighten that. I'm gonna use some of that plus magenta. For that highlight. Oops, I went too far. And probably need a brush to get in there. But if you use a palette knife or a scraper to lay on color, you'll get a more brilliant application. It'll be a purer color. And let's see. Over here, the light hits that, so it's got this coolness. It's still redder though. The color I just mixed up is more magenta. I put it on anyway somehow. Decided to put that on anyway. And but in that case, well, I want it to be redder and lighter. So I'm adding some alizarin crimson. I'm actually gonna add some cadmium red light plus quinacridone pink. And I'm gonna use the brush. What a novel idea. So I can really get it over here. Alright, so the only thing I feel like I'm missing is right here. I want to really get that beautiful rose color. So I'm using this brush to kind of wipe out that space. That's actually closer to what's going on there. I might need to let it dry. I'm also going to peek because I have some extra pinks, roses that maybe those will do the trick. You know, the special colors that don't work on everything, but they work on some things. Let's see. This is Permanent Rose. I'll see if I can get it with this. If not, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's close. I'm going to take a little bit of that Permanent Rose, and this is very transparent too, so it's just going to tint that quinacridone plus alizarin crimson mix that I had. I don't know. You know what? You just have to tip your hat to God and say, you know what, that's a great color you made. Thank you. And I might not be able to reach that with what I have. So sometimes you just have to be happy with what you can get. And there, if I care to put it in, I can see the inside of that petal, which is a little bit lighter version of that. So I'm going to try to duplicate that by adding some quinacridone pink to that inside. And I like that color. I feel like, oops, I feel like I messed up that shape a little bit of the outside. So I'm just going to do that, and then I think I would consider this one to be done, at least for now. Let's see, mixing up more background color. And it's bluer. Not sure how I got that color. It's bluer than what it looks like. And probably it's kind of awkward having to go off the edge unless it does something, but that's more like what I wanted. Okay, so I'm really happy with the buds. I'm happy with the leaves. I feel like I could use a little bit more fire down in the glass. Like it feels a little dull down here, but it might also be that just the paint is drying, and you know, leave it alone and then see what I have later. So I'm going to take cadmium yellow light plus cadmium red light. That's an odd color. It was interesting. Plus, somehow it looks green. Oh, maybe it trailed into the stem. It's an interesting color. I'm going to go in, I feel like I need a bright. So this is titanium white. I'm going to add a little bit more cadmium yellow. Just brightening. See how that brought that up? And just touch there. Just kind of keying up so it comes forward a little bit. I'm going to take some of that yellow and run it over there. I mean, even that brightens, and you can see the red underneath it, but I don't want it to be the same color as what I did there. So I am adding cadmium red to that cadmium yellow mix. I just put on top, and I'm skinning that over the top. I'm pretty happy with that. I think maybe if I just brighten something over there, I gotta clean out this brush to touch that area. Oops, I got paint on my shoulder. Actually, I could brighten there. Okay, that was a good idea. It's just not the right color. It's too white. So, cadmium yellow orange. That's pretty bright too. But you know what? I can have fun, right? Can I have fun? Yeah. So if I let myself have fun, then you can have fun. I added some there too. I just kind of brought up those. And I took out that connector. But maybe I'll try putting in. There is a lot of red on that stem. But I don't want it to compete with what's above. So I'm going to take French ultramarine blue and put it on top of that red. that has a little bit more dynamic. This one lost its stem, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that French ultramarine blue on there to kind of give some depth. And since I'm in a blue mode, I'm gonna attempt to just put a little ridge on the bottom just for emphasis. And this paddle deserves a medal. It's been through a lot. I'm just pushing the paint over. I still want blue on that edge, so I'm going to go back. And I'm going to add it, I'm actually going to take it down a little bit, adding it to that extra background color. Okay. I'm gonna go back and push it so it's just a sliver. And this is background, reapplying background color. All right. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna leave this painting for now, because that's all I can see it needing for now. So thank you. I'm so grateful you joined. Hey, Pamela. And I'm pretty sure I think I said hi to Priscilla and Susan already. If I missed anybody, my apologies. It's blame it on glare. But I'm so grateful for you joining me. I wish you a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? And that should be at 2. I think it's Thursday. I think tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon should be fine. 2 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, love you guys. Leave comments or questions or whatever. I'd love to answer them.